for this pattern, this is, kind of something I figured out about, stopping those lovely charger thieves inside of your home. So what we're going to do is simply crochet around one of our chargers. This one was just a simple, I think it's my iPad charger. So you need a charger cord. I'm going to be using a 4mm crochet hook. We're going to be wanting a pair of scissors in order to cut the yarn. We'll need a darning needle for later on to weave in our ends. Then for this one, I have two different colors of yarn. This one is just a simple acrylic yarn. It's a darker green. And then this one, I really like the color of it to try and do for the leaves. This is a mandala ombre. It's a number 4 weight acrylic yarn. All right, so to begin this, what we're simply going to do is attach our yarn right to around the cord. So I created a slip knot, and I just come around the bottom of the cord, pull up a loop, and then I'm going to simply single crochet right through those. So you have your yarns now attached. I do like to bring the end of the yarn, so we're crocheting around that too, holding it up against the cord. So it's just one less end that we have to weave in. So we have our first single crochet around the cord, and what we're going to do is single crochet 20 times around the cord. All right, so we've made 20 single crochets around the cord. Now I'm simply going to take all those single crochets and push them right to the end of the cord. I prefer to make them kind of tight up against the end of the cord, just so it hides the cord a lot better inside of there, so we don't see the cord. Okay, and then from here, what we're going to do is chain 15. All right, and then what we're going to do is skip the first chain, and we're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the hook, and we're going to slip stitch into each of the chains along here that we made. So we're going to end up doing, if we chained 15, we're going to do 14 slip stitches to bring us back to the cord. All right, now that we're back at the cord, we simply, from here, we're going to once again continue single crocheting around the cord, and we're going to do another 20. And then we've done our 20. Now we're simply just going to go ahead and push the single crochets down. And then just like we did here, we're going to chain another 15. And then skip our first chain and then slip stitch into each chain all the way back to the cord, so 14 slip stitches made. And then you just continue repeating this. You single crochet 20 times around the cord, and then do another chain of 15 and slip stitch all the way back down to the cord. Now if you want more petals onto your cord, simply just do less single crochets along the side. If you want fewer petals, just simply do more single crochets along the cord. And go ahead and complete this throughout the remainder of your cord, and I will meet you back here as soon as I've gotten this one done. Alright, so I've just finished up all the way to the end. I actually didn't quite get 20 single crochets at the very end, but that's alright. And then I just tie it off onto it, and then we'll go ahead, thread our end of our yarn into our darning needle, and then simply just weave in your ends. Just trying to get it so we don't end up seeing that little end of the yarn. And plus, I don't know about you, but my kids would end up picking it apart and destroying it if they ended up finding that little end of the yarn. And now we just have our piece with all these weird looking antennas. So from here, what we're going to do is take the yarn color you have selected for your leaves, we're simply going to go to our first little piece over here. We're going to attach the yarn right into one of the stitches at the base of that little petal part. Now for this also, because I want to try and hide this little end, one last piece that we have to weave in with the darning needle. So I'm just going to work it up against the end. So from here we're going to simply chain one. Then into your next stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. And then into our next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. So it's simply yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop. We have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and go through all 3 loops. And then into our next stitch, we'll do a double crochet. So yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, come through your first 2 loops, yarn over, and go through your last 2 loops. And then we're just going to put double crochet into the next stitch also. All right, now we're here at the end. We have 2 stitches left plus that one at the very end. So into the next stitch, so second from the end, you're going to do a half double crochet. And then into the next stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. Then into the very end, we're just going to put 3 single crochets. Now turning and coming back down this side of our leaf, into the next stitch, we're going to put a single or a half double crochet. And then into the next stitch, a double crochet. Then we're going to double crochet all the way down until we get down to right here. We're going the second from the last stitch. We're going to do a half double crochet and a single crochet into the next one. So keep doing your double crochets going down the other side of your leaf. And then once again, we're here at the last 2, so half double crochet. And then single crochet. And I'm going to also right into that same last stitch, just do a little slip stitch and tie off. So here we are, we have one of our little leaves onto it. And then from here we just weave in this little end. And we'll just go ahead and repeat that for each one of these little leaf parts. As a reminder, if you don't like the leaf that long, you want a shorter one, you simply just chain fewer coming along as you're going along this side. Another fun little thing too, if you kind of give them a little bit of a twist, it looks a little more non-uniform. Kind of gives it a little bit more of a fun look, but you're going to go ahead and repeat this for each one of your little petal bases all the way throughout the entire piece. All right, and here we are with all of our leaves tied on and sewn in. And yes, it does look very nice in my opinion whenever it's all rolled up also. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a little thumbs up. Let me know in the comments too. Those comments are lovely. I love hearing from you. I do read them all. And if you have not yet to subscribe, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button and that little bell right next to it so you go ahead and get an alert anytime I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.